Hello everyone, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I hope this video finds you well. Today's video, I'm going to be closing out paycheck number 1 for January. We'll be doing our week 2 check-in. If that's something you're interested in watching, then please stay tuned. Hi there, my name is JoJo. If this is your first time stopping by, on this channel I share with you our family's journey to financial freedom. I post paycheck budget forecasts, weekly check-ins, sinking funds, debt, net worth updates. If that's something you would like to follow along with, then please consider subscribing, and if you enjoy this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Here we are with my transaction log. We're just going to go ahead and hop right to it. This transaction log I fill out twice a week, usually on Fridays and Tuesdays. I'm going to zoom you guys in just a little bit more. Okay, that should be better. All right. So we'll just start over here. I first check in with my variable expenses, which are all of the yellow boxes. And again, this is for paycheck 1. The dates that we'll be looking at are January 20th to the 26th. And this is going to be for week number 2. And I did this again. I forgot to write in my categories, so I will fill those in and be right back. Okay, there we go. I have my variable expenses categories all filled out. And let me get my calculator. So we'll come over here to the most recent grocery purchase, and it looks like this remaining over here, since it's negative $19.11, that means we were over budget by $19.11. I budget $325 to last us 2 weeks because each paycheck for us covers 2 weeks worth of variable expenses. Since we were over by $19.11, that means we spent $344.11. And since I'm already figuring that out, I'm going to pull in my paycheck budget sheet and just go ahead and write that number down. And it will be in red. So that's how much we spent in 2 weeks. Now for my week 2 check-in, I'm going to subtract what we spent last week to figure out how much we spent this week on groceries, and it looks like we spent $181.06. Oops. And I'll grab my white out here. There it is. We were over budget by $19.11, so negative $19.11. Next, for fun, let's see. Oh, that's right. So we had spent quite a bit last week on eating out, and so we didn't do any eating out. This also is for any sort of family outings, like going to the movie or a museum or something like that. We did not do anything last week. Because if we knew that it was tight, and so we had $29, but we just didn't end up going anywhere or doing anything. So we had spent $0, and we still had that $29.11. So what I'll do on my paycheck budget sheet is write that $70.89 that we had spent the week prior, and it's in blue. Okay. Next is house and pets, and we actually did well here for the first time. We were under by $12.27. I budget $150, so I'll minus that $12.27, and that means we spent $137.73 for house and pets. And then I'm going to minus the $104.73 that we spent prior. And this was just for dog food, so that was really nice. that we did not go over. And all we needed was dog food this week. Let me see. So we were under by $12.27. Gas. This one we would have been just over by 3 cents, but my car needed a wash really bad. So I took it to the car wash. So that ended up putting us over by $15.03. And I budget $200. So that means we spent $215.03 for gas. So let me just put that on here. So $215.03 minus what we spent last week. That puts us at $104.42, and then we were over by that $15.03. My husband, will come find him. Let's see, oh, there we go. This is not like a face mask like where everyone's wearing. This was actually a green tea face mask. And I had seen that come through on Amazon, and I had to actually ask him. I was like, did you purchase a green tea face mask, or did our account get hacked? And he was like, no, that was me. He wanted to, he noticed his pores were enlarging on his nose. So far he's liking the mask, so, that's great. Let's see. So that had put him over by $4.51, and I budget $80. We get $80 for spending, so he had spent a total of $84.51. And $84.51 minus what he spent last week. So this week he had spent $43.83. He was over by the $4.51. And then for me, I hadn't really bought a whole lot. I'd gone to Starbucks this day, but that was my most recent purchase, and I was under by $54.72. But this leftover money is going to get rolled into a sinking fund. For me, it's called My Face, and I build that money up if I'm going, I'm actually planning on going on a spa day. I'm going to be treating my mom for her birthday to the spa. So her spa treatments will come from the holiday sinking fund for her birthday. And then my spa treatments will come from my sinking fund that's called My Face. So I'm kind of just building that up to be able to do that with her whenever life settles down. So for me, I'm going to just total this as 80, as an even 80, because that money is going into that sinking fund. And then on my budget sheet, I put just a 0 because if I'm not going to have anything remaining, but then I'll write to the side that I did have that $54.72. And in total, I had spent $25.28 minus the $10.90 I spent last week. So this week I spent $14.38. Next is our miscellaneous, and it was just this one purchase, I think. Let me double check, but we were under budget there, and I budget $75, so I'll minus the $38.11, and that's $36.89. Let me write that here. That we spent total for 2 weeks. And then I'll put that we were under by the $38.11. And then minus what we spent last week, $16.90. So yeah, that was our only miscellaneous spending. Okay, again, we didn't have anything in unbudgeted, and for Paycheck 2, I just removed that category altogether. So now what I'll do, we'll just add up everything. So 181.06, 33, 104.42, 43.83, 3, 1438, and 1999. Okay, so we had spent a total of $396.68. But I'm going to look at this remaining, because if that doesn't do the zero out that I do for my spending that's going to sinking funds. So what I'll do, we're negative in groceries, and then we had $29.11 left over from fun, $12.27 left over from house and pets, over by $15.03 in gas. My husband was over by $4.51. Not doing anything for mine, that's zeroed out. And then we were under by $38.11. Okay, so let me just double check my math. Okay, that's awesome. So overall, even though we were over budget in a couple categories, we were under budget in others, and that kind of made everything just balance out, which I am happy with. Now, just to double check my math, I'm going to bring my paycheck budget sheet over, and we'll go ahead and add up all of these. So 344.11 plus 70.89 plus 137.73 plus 215.03 plus 84.51 plus 80 plus 36.89, so 969.16 total, and I'm going to subtract it from the 1010, and that should equal the 40.84 that we are under budget. So the math checks out. That is great, and I'm going to write that in blue because it was under budget by 9. We were 969.16 is what we spent total on variable expenses. So awesome. Now what we'll do, I'm done with the variable expenses, so I'm going to just move this out of the way. And I'm going to zoom you guys in just a little bit more, since all we'll be reconciling is this paycheck budget sheet. Okay, there we go. Now you guys can see a little bit better. We're going to start at the top with income, and we did have some extra money come in. This was from a refund from a security company that I had canceled 2 years ago, and I don't know what had happened in their system, but I had a charge in December all of a sudden come through from them, and I'd called them. I was like, what is this? I have emails now confirming the cancellation, learned my lesson there, but they did refund me, which was great. So that's going to go in as extra, and it will be $62.21. That is it for any income. Next, we'll move over to our bills, and those will be the pink boxes. Let's see, so the first bill that we come to is daycare. That came out as expected at $368. And then my husband's PlayStation subscription was as expected at $499. Our insurance was $175.67. Alexa was $14.99. And then, so we had this rollover, this $200 was to cover this electricity and gas bill. And since we did have extra money, that is also going to go as an extra debt payment. Today is the 27th. So I'm just going to write HELOC extra. And that'll be the $62.21. When you add all of these together, it does end up being over budget because we have this electricity and gas bill and then that extra payment that came out. But I'm okay with that because that money was accounted for up here. And that comes to $1,105.70. Next, what we'll do is I have pens everywhere. We already took care of our variable expenses when we were looking at our weekly check-in sheet. Next is the blue boxes, which that is my sinking funds transactions. We're gonna come over here to week 2. We had a gift card to Kohl's. We had purchased some Ninja knives, and we have not had a nice knife set. Well, we got one when we were married. We've been married for like 11 years, but the Ninja knives, they are so nice. So we used a gift card, and then we pulled from our home maintenance sinking fund to cover the rest. But that was a smoking deal. I think they were originally about like $300, $400. It was crazy, but they are totally worth it. Okay, and I think that is the only home purchase, the only home maintenance purchase. We did end up returning an end table, but that is being actually added back. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna write home maintenance. And then I'm going to do the parentheses to note that this was a subtraction. And then I'm going to just write this without parentheses to know that it was a contribution. Okay, that takes care of those two. Next is just this pets, and that was for $7.97. So all that leaves me with is the purple boxes, and those are whenever I pull money from savings accounts, and that is tracked on a different sheet, not on my paycheck budget sheet. So that takes care of all of the boxes for this weekly check-in. Next, what we'll do is figure out how much we're going to be rolling over into paycheck number 2. Okay. So first, I need to add up this income, $29.15.13 plus $11.09, 14 plus 100 plus $62.21. Okay, that ended up being $42.86.48. And then we'll subtract our bills and subtract our variable expenses. Awesome. So we still ended up, even though we were short this paycheck, just with how things kind of ended up shaking out, we still are rolling over more money than we expected, which is great. So when I go next week, when I do my week 3 check-in, the first weekly check-in for paycheck number 2 for January, you'll see that I'll put that rollover right here under the actual. Now we just need to note that we paid an extra $62.21 to our student loan, which is housed within the HELOC. Okay, and we're just chipping away at it. $23,619.65. So excited that we were able to pay extra towards this student loan this week. Okay, and that is it. That is the closeout of paycheck number 1. And the next video I will be posting will be my sinking fund closeout for January. I'll see you guys then. Bye.